Hi, today I want to do a review of the new Lime Crime Venus 2 palette, as well as the Lime Crime Velvetines in the shade Squash, which I have both products on my eyes and my lips. But this color, I don't think I've ever seen this particular shade in any like companies that have liquid lipsticks nowadays. So I don't know, just I really want to try it, and I'm so glad I got it because I love it. I mean, the sunlight is like really washing me out right now, so it it actually looks cool. But even just with the sunlight washing me out, I can know that if I wear this shade outside, it would be like such a, I'm not saying it's not loud, but at the same time, it makes a statement. I don't know how to describe it, but I don't know. I feel like it's so unique. I was looking for like a lot of terracotta shades of liquid lipsticks because of the fall, and because like Kathleen Lights, Kathleen, she came out with her version like Miami Fever with Ofra. I still have to review my Ofra liquid lipsticks order. I hold a whole bunch of them. Because I really like her Miami Fever shade that I saw on Instagram. Everybody looks good in it, so I was like, I definitely want to try it. That's kind of like a warmer toned, yellowish toned, kind of pulling yellowish toned, like orangey kind of color, which I love as well. And then I just bought a full size of the brand new Kat Von D's Lolita 2. I love it because the original Lolita, everybody's hating it because the new formulated color is just like really browny, kind of brownish toned. But Lolita 2 is everything. It's like that perfect like terracotta, warm sort of like shade. I wore it on Sunday for lunch for my uncle's birthday. I don't know, I really like that color. I thought it was really nice. But after trying this color on, I feel like it's even more comfortable than the Kat Von D one for some reason. Maybe it's just this particular formula or something. It does go on a little bit patchy, and this is like two applications. So basically I did one, I had to work over my lips a couple times and let it dry. Like I was gonna do like a mini tutorial by the end of this video, or maybe insert in the middle, but I think I talked too much. It's gonna be a separate the makeup tutorial is gonna be in a separate video. But if you see in the makeup tutorial video, you will see that before I started my eye makeup, I already had one layer on, and then after I finished my entire eye makeup, I just put another second layer on. I don't know, I did a second layer so that it can be more opaque and I can overdraw my lips a little bit. I feel like the thing with liquid lipsticks that dries matte is that you can actually it's easily to get carried away and overdraw your lips. Because the formula gets dry, it kind of sucks the moisture out of your lips and it makes your lips kind of smaller, or at least it gives the illusion that your lips is smaller because it's so matte, and your natural lips and your natural skin is not like it's not like super matte. So when you apply liquid lipsticks, I feel like it tends to make my lips look smaller, so I tend to overdraw my lips, definitely overdraw my lips more than I would do with, like, let's say a lip stain or a regular lipstick. I don't know, and I feel like you can kind of get away with it. Again, it's because the formula is so matte. I feel like even if you overdraw your lips, it doesn't look like it's so weird, like you have like this huge like clown lips or something. And I like the fact that we can do that and kind of get away with it. So I'm really loving this color, on camera, and like in person, I feel like people definitely gonna be like, oh, that's a really strange lip color. Not particularly like on me, but I'm just saying overall, people will be like, that's a really strange you know, lip color. It's like, I don't know if I would wear, or I don't know if I would pull it off, but I don't hate it. You know, really glad I got this because I really like it. I feel like it's really of like a yellowish, yellowish orange color, and I honestly, I don't own any orange lip colors from any, you know, products I have, like any lip products I have that's in this shade. I've never seen this shade. I'm trying to think about it if I can find dupes. I don't think I can find any dupes, at least in my collection, you know. So yeah, I spent a lot of time talking about this Velvetine. I didn't even really get to the start of the show, which is Venus 2. I think I'm gonna briefly talk about it, and you can see how it works in the tutorial once I upload that. Maybe after this video, because I like to do the review video first and then upload the tutorial, you know. But you'll be able to see how these eyeshadows perform on my eyes. I did use NARS eyeshadow primer underneath. I find that it was a little bit hard to blend out the shade in the beginning. I'm not sure if it's because the NARS primer is a little bit tacky, or if the blending brush I use is a little bit too soft. But you know, once I start working it, it kind of like all blend out pretty smoothly. As you can see, the colors merges pretty nicely. I try to use every single eyeshadows from this you know, this palette, because you get 8 in total. You get 4 mattes. So the filter, which is a like baby blue, that's matte, and then you get Jam, which I love this shade because it's a real, I think this shade is the one that I really want to why I want to get this palette. Like, I didn't get the first one. I feel like the first one might be pulling a little bit more rosy, burgundy, rosy toned, which I like burgundy color, but I feel like it wasn't strong enough for me to want to pick up that palette so badly, even though they came out with a bundle deal of the Venus 1 and Venus 2 for a much lower price. I originally thought about like getting the 2 as a bundle to save some money, but then, yeah, let's be honest, I'm not, even if I bought the bundle, you know, I'm not gonna use the first palette. I'm just gonna use the second one because I really like the second one. The shades in here, I feel like I can really like work with them all the time because these are my favorite shades here, and some are really unique. Like mustard here, this is definitely like a mustard color, and it's also matte. They're quite pigmented. I do feel like you have to build up just a little bit, but I think they work so much better with the brushes, because when I, you know, especially with the matte shades, you know, when you use your finger to swatch them, it's harder to swatch them to get the opacity, so I have to build up a little bit. But with the brush, I dipped into any of these shades, they're just like picked up good amount of product, and it deposits onto my lids and gives me like that bright vivid color right away. So I think that these matte shades are really great when you just use brushes, and they blend out really nicely. But if I just want to swatch them with my hands, I feel like they were on the harder side of the formula. They're not like, they don't feel super chalky, but they don't feel creamy smooth, you know, like the Mehron Intense matte eyeshadow, or I mean, I still haven't gotten any of the what's that, Vizar eyeshadow palettes, because everybody rave about like how the Vizar palettes are like have such great creamy matte, like the best matte formula, and they're not like as, I guess, as smooth as the Makeup Forever matte eyeshadows, because I feel like the formula is on the harder side. But the fact that you can pick them up so easily with a brush and blend them out quite nicely, I think they're still really great because they're workable. Really, I mean, easily to work with, you know, not like you got some matte eyeshadows, they just go on really patchy and you got blend like forever and still like looks patchy. So these two top shades are matte, and then you get these two on the bottom here, those two, Jam and Mud. These two colors, basically these two colors and this mustard color, and then of course this duochrome color, and then this glittery color. These are the one that was just calling my name. But I think this color and these three colors alone, these three colors were just like literally calling me my name, and just like I can just get this palette for the sake of these three shades, because I don't have anything in my collection that's similar to like at least these two, the mustard shades and then this jam shade, which is like, I don't know, almost like it's like a redder, maybe like a deeper version of the Swatch Velvetine. It's just like a really beautiful pumpkin orangey type of color, and as you can see, Swatch is like really pigmented, and then Mud is sort of like a brownish burgundy shade. It's less, I think it's less red than maybe the first palette, because I think the first palette also has a burgundy shade, but this one pulls a little bit more like a brown, so it's kind of more of a reddish brown instead of like a burgundy shade. And the Pigeon is basically, and then of course I said Marsh is kind of like a satin finish, which I somehow can incorporate this into my look that I'm wearing. But I assure you, this is a pretty nice muted green color. I think it's pretty nice, it's interesting. I'll try to maybe do some kind of look around this shade. So you have two duochrome shades, which I was surprised. I thought, originally I thought Pigeon is the only duochrome eyeshadow, which is that brown base with like a turquoise teal type of thing, kind of like what like the MAC pigment in blue brown, or no, green blue brown, I don't know, I'm not that good with like MAC pigments, but what I'm talking about, like all those duochrome, the really popular duochrome shade that's in like Wet n Wild, that's in Too Faced, that's in pretty much like every makeup companies came out with this version, their version of this type of like brown based teal reflect duochrome type of color. And I originally thought Fly is just like a really standard like soft gold. I don't know, I thought like Fly was like just a regular soft gold color, but after working it to my lid, I feel like it's a duochrome of like soft gold and this duochrome of like light green color. I don't know if you can see on my lid, but it definitely pulls like it's like a duochrome of soft gold and green. It doesn't really show up that much when I swatched it, but it's definitely like a duochrome color, as you can see. It's really cool. Yeah, so it's not just like a flat sort of like a soft gold color. And then this shade on the end is called Boot. This one is really pretty, but I had a lot of fallout with this. Basically is because it's a black base with purple and green, purple and green like glitters. It's just like packed with glitters, but when I swatched it, it was just like really weird, because you can't really, this color doesn't really show up with the intensity of all the glitters inside. So make sure you use on top of like an eyeliner, which I use on the bottom. I packed it on top of an eyeliner to make the glitter show through. It's still really hard because I only use on the tail end and the top lash line over here, so it's still hard to see. But I think the best way to make this color really intense is to wet the brush or apply it with like some type of like glitter adhesive type of thing, or you can use like the Inglot Duo line, which I think it would be really cool. And then when I was swatching this, some of it got onto the Velvetine, and as you can see, the part that got onto Velvetine actually makes all the glitters show. You see all that beautiful purple and like green glitters that's showing on top of the velveteen. So even just working, I feel like I can, you know, try to do some kind of look and pack this shade on top of like an eyeliner or something, you know, like you can maybe do like a thicker winged out like eyeliner or something, and then it's like a dry formula, and then you pack this shade on top of it, you know, on top of the eyeliner, and then the glitter might show up like this. Or if you're bold enough, maybe you can pack some of this eyeshadow on top of your lip colors, and it's gonna make all the glitters like pop. But otherwise, if you just swatch it on bare skin, you can see that it's literally just kind of like a soft matte black shade, but the part on here, it looks so much prettier. But these are the swatches on the back of my hand. I don't know, I feel like it's quite easy to work with these, except for that last shade has a lot of fallout if you don't wet your brush or anything. I didn't really have much problem with fallout, you know, from other eyeshadows that I was working on the top and the bottom. Even with the pigeon shade, which is that first like duochrome eyeshadow, this is like a metallic finish, so I didn't really have much fallout at all, and it was easy to blend, it was much creamier. So I find that definitely like the metallic shades, you know, and the duochrome, like the satin ones, are really easy to blend out. The chunky glitter ones, you always just have to watch out for the fallout. Other than that, oh wait, I forgot, what am I talking about? I didn't work this baby blue onto my eye look either. So these two shades on, you know, in the middle on top, I didn't find a way to work them through because I'm trying to make something that's kind of cohesive. I want to tie in with this lip color, so I did almost like a monochrome type of like look, because it's really heavily like mustard orangey on top here, so kind of like monochrome, like tying with the lip color. I really like how this turned out. I think it's like really dramatic. It's almost like, it's very like, it reminds me of all those like 70s disco era, especially with my hair. It's like all the flips and stuff, you know. But it really reminds me of that kind of 70s era, it's like disco type of thing with that duochrome. It almost gives you kind of like a wet type of look. So yeah, well anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.